Hello, this is Kevin with Coinery. Today we're going to be making a Japanese 10 yen coin into a ring. Okay, so let's get started. Normally we put a 1/2 inch hole, but because of the placement of the characters, we're going to use a 3/8 inch hole. Okay. That's what we have so far. You can see that the centering is nice and even of the wording. Okay. Let's go ahead and deburr that inside edge where we just cut the hole out. Sand it a little bit with some 320 grit sandpaper. I'm going to anneal to soften the metal, and then we'll start folding. Come over here to our doming block. Start pressing it open with the Delrin ball bearing. And we'll continue folding with our 17-degree cone. Because the hole's a little smaller, got to be pretty careful folding this open. That's what we have so far. Got the state of Japan on the top, 10 yen on the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna anneal and then continue, and then start opening it up. So because we started with a smaller hole, we're gonna have to be pretty careful on how big we make this ring. Gonna have to keep annealing and stretching, just so we don't crack it, put too much stress on it. All right. So we'll start over here, start opening it. Okay. We've worked it a little bit, so let's go ahead and anneal again. This coin is made out of bronze, so it can handle a little bit of work. You still have to be careful. Let's go ahead and sand that inside edge. Let's take a look at it, make sure we don't have any cracks. Okay. Looking pretty good. Let's continue. It's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and anneal it one more time. One final stretch, and then we'll start reducing. And back over here. So now we'll start flipping it over every time. It's looking pretty good. That's good enough, so let's go ahead and start reducing. Start start off with some candle wax, and then we'll go to our reducing dyes underneath. Don't know if you can hear that frog out there. Okay, let's see what we got. Coming around. So now we're gonna anneal it, get the wax off there, so take off this inside edge, and then we'll clean it up. Okay, so now we're going to take our deburring tool and start taking off an inside edge and making it nice and smooth. Okay, so we got her. It's nice and smooth on the inside. So I'm going to anneal it one more time and then resize it, because using those little pliers puts a little bit of pressure on it. So we'll re-round it. Resize just a little bit. Okay. So that's what we have right there. Looks pretty good. So now we'll sand off all the corners, the edges, and put a nice finish on it. That we're going to use some 320 grit sandpaper. Let's heat it up, put a little bit of fire skill on it, and we'll give it an antique look, and then we'll polish it. Okay. Okay, take down the high points. We'll use a little bit of 4/0 steel wool. Just lightly brush those peaks down. Okay, let's see what we have. You can see a little bit of contrast. I believe that up top says the state of Japan. Bottom, that's the 10 yen. All right, so now we're gonna put in a little bit of pickle and then hit it pretty aggressively with some Scotch Brite just to give it a little shiny look. Okay. Dry it off a little bit. Just move that back over there. Cleaned it off pretty well. So now we're going to take the same 4/0 steel wool, hit it pretty aggressively. It should make it pretty shiny. Okay, let's see what we have. Nice shiny finish on it. Well, that's the 10 yen Japanese coin into a coin ring. I hope you like my video. Just as a reminder, I'm having a sale until the end of the year on my Etsy site. Link is in the first comment. So like I said, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. We'll see you next time.